Check this out. See these incredible artworks. This isn't the work of a professional artist with decades of experience. No, this impossible style transformation, this seamless in painting, this entire comic strip, all of it was created with a brand new AI tool and a little bit of imagination. It's context-driven generation, a new AI tool. Flux Kontext utilizes large language models to pinpoint key plot points. It's a super powerful open source model that completely changes the game. Forget simply typing a text prompt and hoping for the best. With Flux Kontext, you literally get to have a conversation with your images, where the AI understands not just the words you type, but the relationships between objects in your scene, emotional undertones, and more. That means we can go from a simple photo to a fantastical artwork with just a few words, or create a consistent character across an entire comic story. And get this, the entire model is open source and completely free. You don't need a high-end GPU with 20 GB of VRAM to make it work. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve to do all this on my humble 8 GB VRAM system, and most of these masterpieces take less than a minute to generate. The best part of Flux Kontext is free.
So, you're telling me that finally I can use simply sentences like English or Chinese to make my cat wear sunglasses and having martini on a beach without learning Photoshop or using masking technique?
Exactly, as long as your words can catch up with your imagination.
Wow. Local AI is really exploding. Hello everyone, welcome back to AI Printify. Today we're diving deep into a game changer, Flux Kontext. It supports natural language processing, NLP. We're going to show you how to wield its incredible power right on your machine, specifically leveraging the super slick interface of SwarmUI. But wait, Stephen, when you change the image, will it mess up the rest of the image? Like, if I change the background from my cat's photo, will my cat suddenly have a pair of wings like this?
Great question, Agent K. This is where Flux Kontext's magic truly shines. It uses deep learning models to understand objects and objects' relationships and even emotional undertones within an image, crafting visually consistent compositions. It doesn't just copy and paste elements. It comprehends how objects should behave in different contexts, adjusting lighting, shadows, and perspective to integrate them naturally into the new environment.
It's amazing. All these are so nice. But can it make my face look like a potato wearing a top hat? Just kidding.
Well, I'm sure with the right prompt anything is possible. Flux Kontext understands style tags like illustration, cyberpunk, fantasy, sketch, Ghibli style, etc., and we can customize details like lighting intensity and camera distance. We've only scratched the surface, but Flux Kontext has so many more tricks for local AI users. Its sheer breadth of capabilities, from surgical edits to complex scene composition, positions it as a versatile Swiss Army knife for visual content creation. Here are a few more creative sparks. We can transform the entire scenes effortlessly, such as turn a daytime park into twilight with glowing streetlights. Teleport someone to the Eiffel Tower at sunset with perfect perspective. Remove the unwanted objects, for instance, the Eiffel Tower, or rotate the viewpoint by 30 degrees to the right. We can easily expand the image seamlessly for outpainting. Even restore damaged aged black and white photo. Even colored it into photorealistic style.
Image editing is good, but how about text editing?
Easy for text editing. Similar to the previous tattoo example, Flux Kontext supports intelligent signs editing, or text overlays from images, automatically detecting text elements and analyzing surrounding context to generate matching fill content with remarkable precision, preserving lighting and texture. For example, change cafe sign from closed to open with matching font. Particularly useful for product mockups and typography. We can change the old whiskey label to new label literally, or patch the damaged label with correct pattern and words. We can also seamlessly replace a maple syrup label by a whiskey label, and visualize the new bottle in different environments with proper lighting, shadows, and perspective. It handles text as a first-class citizen, avoiding typical typo and distortion issues. We can also colorize black and white comics, elevate them to colored 3D effect. It also supports multi-character and scene consistency, automatically ensures consistency across characters, objects, and environments, perfect for creating multiple connected images or a series of scenes. For example, I have a lovely kitty koala and a sakura scene. I can combine them by input, The cat and koala are standing closely and holding hands on the sakura background image. The white cat is a queen and dressing queen costume. Koala is a king and dress king costume. The possibilities are endless. Another use case, visual storytelling. Flux Kontext's ability to maintain consistency across multiple images makes it a dream for visual storytelling, comic creation, and narrative consistency. Look at this, just one character image with a story plot prompt. Here is the comic at our fingertip.
Wait, so I don't have to redraw my character's nose 50 times just because they turned their head? This is going to save comic artists so much time.
Exactly. This context-aware generation for sequential imagery fundamentally changes the workflow for visual narrative creators. It shifts the bottleneck from tedious manual redrawing and consistency checks to prompt refinement, enabling rapid prototyping of entire visual stories.
That's really fast. I would name Flux Kontext as an artistic chameleon. It can transform entire image styles with just a text prompt. We just need to put an image and the prompt, then boom. Artistic alchemy, style transfer, and artistic flair, beyond precise edits. So, how do we achieve these incredible results? Let's break down the tools that make it all possible, starting with Flux Kontext Unpacked, the brains behind the magic.
Sure thing, for the latest SwarmUI version 0.9.6.4, it supports Flux Kontext, it handles model organization, presets, and even speeds up generations with LoRa's and features like Tcache. Most of the simply image editing can be performed in SwarmUI Generate tab, but to achieve advanced editing, we'll need Comfy UI. If you are new to SwarmUI and Comfy UI, you may want to check out my previous video about how to install them. Then to get ready the Flux Kontext, you need to download Flux Kontext model and LoRa's. So far, I tested 3 types of context models. First, certainly is the Black Forest Labs official release. It is more demanding on the VRAM. You can find the details here. BFL offers a playground for testing. If you don't want to set up your local Flux Kontext, here is where you can get a taste of it. Then second model is GGF quantized model. It reduces the VRAM requirement, good fit for my entry-level GPU. In here you can have a wide range of options. I picked the Q6 model. The size is 9.85 GB. You can download the GGF here, then place it under your UNET folder. Certainly you can try Q5 or lower one if you don't have 8 GB VRAM, but it will trade off some qualities. And last but not least, the best one is released by MIT Han Lab, Nunchaku Safe Tensors. They use a special quantization called SvatQuant that is smarter about which parts of the model are safer to destructively compress and which are worth preserving. And then it uses tech on the back end to allow the use of the well-preserved parts along with the highly compressed parts. So it ends up with models that are around 1/4 the size of FP16, but able to quite often produce results that are very close. It's also extremely fast. In this Hugging Face page, MIT Han Lab offers 2 models. One is INT4, which is more compressed as it only has 6.77 GB. The FP4 is slightly more than 7 GB. It also supports RTX 5000 series. Since we are using SwarmUI, I'll prefer to jump on SwarmUI interface, then go to Utilities, hit Model Downloader and place the INT4 link, and it prompts. URL appears to be a Hugging Face link and has been auto-corrected to a download link. Then smash the download. It will automatically place the Safe Tensor to UNET folder. As we have jam-packed contents today, so I skipped the original Black Forest Labs Flux Kontext Dev Safe Tensor, but I included the download link below. Our focus is showcasing the GGUF and the Nunchaku models, as these models demand less VRAM and run faster on my machine. There are 2 Flux Accelerator LoRa's, namely Flux Turbo Alpha and Hyper SD Accelerator. Both of them boost up the generation. You can download both of them via SwarmUI model downloader here. I put their links below. You just need to paste the link here, then select model type as LoRa, modify the save as name as you wish. Then click download. From my non-scientific measurement, I feel that Hyper SD Accelerator is running faster than Turbo Alpha because Hyper SD only needs 8 steps, but Turbo Alpha suggests to run at least 20 steps. Please test them and leave a comment to share your experience.
We have Flux Kontext model and LoRa's. Can you start the magic now?
Alright, enough talk. Let's dive right in and unleash the power of Flux Kontext right here. I've prepped 36 use cases, and today we'll tackle a fantastic 33 of them, all easily achievable using SwarmUI's Generate tab. So let's get SwarmUI fired up. First things first, head over to the Models tab. Let's locate the Flux Kontext models we downloaded earlier. Look for the one titled Flux Kontext Dev. Now this is a crucial step. Click here and select Edit Metadata. We need to manually update the architecture field to flux.oneContextDev. While you're here, feel free to update the model card image to whatever you prefer. It doesn't really affect performance, just how it looks in the library. Make sure you do the exact same thing for your GGUF model as well. Okay, here are a few settings to tweak for our first test run. For random seeding, just set -1. Then change the steps to 8. If you're aiming for even higher quality later, you can definitely bump this up to 20 steps. And set the CFG scale to 1. Scroll down a bit and set the sampler to Euler and the scheduler to simple. Finally, pick an init image that's the starting point and hit res to automatically use its exact aspect ratio. Of course, you can manually adjust the output resolution if you have a specific size in mind. For init image creativity, let's set that to 1. Now, before we get too deep, I want to show you my totally non-scientific but super effective method for testing performance. My goal was to see how different models, LoRa's, and settings combine to affect generation speed on my machine. I put together 8 scenarios, which you can see laid out in this table. For this initial test, our prompt is super simple. While maintaining the image, only change the woman's dress color to rainbow color and matching the lighting. Let's start by running this with just the GGUF 6K model enabled. Hit generate. Here is the step-by-step performance scenarios. Second case, GGUF plus Tcache, go to the Tcache mode and select all to enable it. Then hit generate. Third one is GGUF plus Tcache plus HyperSD accelerator. Now select the HyperSD accelerator LoRa. Hit generate. Fourth is GGUF plus Tcache plus Turbo Alpha. So we just swap the LoRa to Turbo Alpha. Hit generate. Then we'll switch gears and try the Nunchaku model. Change your main model from GGUF to Nunchaku. Make sure you remove the LoRa. Since Tcache isn't supported with this model, go to Tcache mode and select disabled. Hit generate. Then Nunchaku plus HyperSD accelerator. Now add the HyperSD accelerator LoRa. Hit generate. Next up, Nunchaku plus Turbo Alpha. Change the LoRa to Turbo Alpha. Hit generate. Last one, Nunchaku plus both LoRa's. We include both accelerators. Hit generate one last time. Here is the performance results. My big over my head conclusion is Nunchaku at least 4 times faster than the GGUF model. That's a massive performance leap. Interestingly, it seems combining both accelerators actually slowed down the generation. It's a bit counterintuitive, but I'll suggest to use HyperSD LoRa only since it only needs 8 steps.
Interesting analysis, Stephen. Even though you only ran the test once, but I believe Nunchaku is faster than GGUF. It looks very easy. Let me pick up the rest from here. Since we only need HyperSD LoRa, let's remove the Alpha Turbo. Let's use the output as init image and paste the second prompt as add a vintage fedora to the woman's head, ensuring it matches the lighting and texture of her suit. Hit generate. Then repeat the same step to replace the prompt as give the subject a modern asymmetrical bob haircut with subtle blonde highlights. Hit generate. It's super easy. Next up is add a stylish tattoo text love and a rainbow on her chest. How about the lady is holding a banner text? Flux Kontext is super easy with her 2 hands. Hit generate. All of them looks nice.
Absolutely. Let's drag this lady image from the last episode. Paste the prompt as replace the garden background with a serene, misty forest at dawn, maintaining the subject's original position, but the lady fits into the background situation and lighting perfectly. Then click use as init image, and the best practice is to reset the res to use exact aspect resolution. You don't want to have a distorted output image. Hit generate. Next one is turn a daytime park into twilight with glowing streetlights. Hit generate. Then place the person in front of the Eiffel Tower at sunset, ensuring realistic scale and perspective. Next is remove the rock behind the lady, then hit generate. We can change the viewpoint by rotate the view 30 degrees to the right I think that up till now, you can see that the trick is fully depending on the prompt instruction. We need precise key verbs to describe our intention, such as add, remove, replace, maintain, and turn, etc. We can even restore damaged aged photo like this. Here is a trick. If we double the output resolution of the original image, it'll upscale the quality like this one. But I think that for upscale, it'll be better to use upscaler. Then it's very easy to perform artistic transformation. Let's pick this as init image, transform the photo to vibrant pop art style, reset the res to use exact aspect resolution. Then change it to detailed charcoal sketch, then hit generate. Or even Van Gogh style, then hit generate. We just need to find the style name, such as futuristic cyberpunk aesthetic or cartoonify to early Disney cartoons, hit generate. Or the famous Ghibli style, hit generate. The other interesting function is transforming anime to photorealistic image, like use our previous Ghibli anime as the init image, hit generate. Oh, she looks much more mature than the original image. We even can fill black and white comic with desired color like this. Hit generate. Or refine the drawing from 2D to 3D quality and details, sharp focus for all characters image.
Wow, that looks so great. How about outpainting, expand the original image, or combining objects?
Great question. For Flux Kontext, we don't need to create masks like my last episode approach. We just need to use paintbrush to create a bigger canvas and paste the target image on it, like this. Then save as init image. Remember to reset the res to use exact aspect resolution and put the prompt as expand the picture background naturally to maintain the overall background consistency. Then hit generate. Then it works. We can also maintain character consistency to change their posture from sitting to standing like this, or maintain the same character but showing expressions of sadness. We even can generate a professional profile picture from a casual photo. It's ready to use for job application or in the LinkedIn profile. Or use your cat and transform the background and action by a simply prompt like place the cat licking martini and wears sunglasses on a beach. Hit generate.
It's awesome. Let me also run some text editing, pick this cafe image, set the prompt as change the text on the cafe sign from closed to open while preserving the original font and change the neon glow to green color. How about replace text on a product label, like this old whiskey to new whiskey? Then restore and fix the bottle label to brand new bottle label while maintain the bottle shape and color. That's perfect. Maybe even remove the whiskey brand label from the bottle only. How about unwanted watermark like this one? It does remove the watermark and fill in the gap. I can take these two lovely knitted characters, generated separately, and bring them together into one meaningful image. With a simple prompt like, two characters are holding hands and singing together in a forest, maintaining their appearance, accessories, clothes, and styles, we get something almost 100% matching how I imagined the output would look. The only snag, it came out a little bit blurry. Here's another common scenario for product display, getting a model to try on a piece of fashion. We can use a similar approach here. Let's combine a model and a bikini, then adjust the output image resolution to perfectly fit the model's proportions. Use the prompt, remove woman's original clothes and background. The woman wears the two pieces of bikini from right image, must perfectly match the bikini design. She is catwalking on the indoor fashion show stage, high quality, ultra detailed, 8K, sharp focus on her face. The result looks nice, but I have to admit, the design of the bikini seems a bit off from the original bikini. It's close, but not a perfect match yet.
Great work, Agent K. We've just wrapped up 33 impressive demos, and the results speak for themselves. Most test cases generated in under a minute. This is Flux Kontext at its finest, fast, powerful, and efficient. Want to test them by yourself? Download the table below. I'll save the rest of our demos for the next episode, where we'll really deep dive into how we can perform even more advanced editing by leveraging comfy UI. Get ready for some serious node wranglings.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next advanced deep dive adventure. See you next time.
You got it. Until then, happy experimenting.